All right. Good evening, everybody. Let's do a brief audio and visual check. Thursday night, Friday night's price action. How is everybody doing tonight? Give me a few minutes, get a few things set up on my end. While we go through and do the regular checks. Let's go. Let's go, Bruno. Let's go. Thursday night, Friday's price action. We are a hop, skip, and a jump to these all-time highs here in the NASDAQ. All-time highs here in the NASDAQ. Now, I will say this. I'm always going to be putting a like goal. Let's always do a like goal. How about that? I will not solicit for those affiliate codes. I don't have an affiliate code. I'm not going to be advertising. This is not an infomercial. I repeat, it's not an infomercial. And there's no paywall. It's free. What I do here in front of you on the YouTube and on social media, I just do it for free. So in exchange, let's do some likes. I had a banger of a trade back to back. Last night, I talked about it, played out beautifully, and I had another trade during the New York session. So if we could get to, let's do 600 likes. I'm going to go for 600 likes tonight. If we get 600 likes, then I will. I don't mind. I'll be that guy. Going for those likes. So in the meantime, as always, in the YouTube chat, there is our Topstep risk disclosure. Bruno in there with the Topstep risk disclosure. And again, Nightbot, double Topstep risk disclosure. Everything that I go over is for educational purposes only. It is not a signals class. It is not financial advice. Yeah, we know the drill. Not financial advice and not signals. We have our own agency to be the button clickers, make those decisions. I just hope to help traders along the way. So here we are on the NASDAQ. Let's go through our regular rapid fire. NASDAQ, gold. We'll see what's going on, see what's happening in the news, get some perspective on these markets. It's the same analysis. And start on the daily. Here's the daily, the NASDAQ. Let's take a kind of a zoomed out view. Beautiful double bottom. We broke through this high. We broke through any of this resistance. And as I have been referring to, we are on the midst of all-time high here in the NASDAQ. We are testing it. We are testing these all-time highs, this zone anyway. We tested it once on the 10th. We tested it again today during the New York session. And we are hovering just below it here during slow markets. All-time highs being 068, I believe. And we are trading at 24.013, so not too far off. We could get there. And at a moment's notice, the way the NASDAQ moves, not really much to really go over on the daily chart, right? I mean, it's just we're in a bullish trend. We had a nice rally, consolidation day. We had another kind of nice rally breakout, consolidate day. We are just slowly grinding up. Is this a slow grind up? This could be a slow grind up. This is maybe not as slow, but it's still a grind up. And we talk about these measured moves. At least I talk about them often. Coach Jay, he talks about them often as well. We're about there. We're about on a decent measured move here in the NASDAQ. So how much room does this have to go to the upside? I'm not really sure. Whenever we break all-time highs, we usually see more than just one. A good example that I have for references, because we do break all-time highs, right? We broke it here at this level, and then we had that nice rally. We broke it here, and then we had a nice rally. But we broke this one with momentum, so I'm curious. If we do get to all-time highs, are we going to break it with momentum? And it being so close to rollover, right, Skyler? We're getting close to rollover. It's next week. How much momentum can we get? We have FOMC. We were talking about rate decision. We were talking about inflation this week. Let's take a look what's on the news for tonight and tomorrow. Not really much going into tonight. Not really much for tomorrow. We have the University of Michigan sentiment. Is that going to move the market? It can, right? It can. Is it something I'm looking at? Not really. Next week is really the big one, to be honest. Next week is the big one. We talking about Feds. We have FOMC rate statement for September, U.S. interest rate decision. That's where my focus is now going. Okay, we're past this inflation data. We have kind of a little window, I should say. I mean, we always have the risk of headlines coming out, right? Headlines coming out, tariffs, a tweet, something to move these markets. But as it stands right now, this is going to be in my focus. September 17th, we have the rate decision. We have FOMC. Right now, it's looking like it's a 1/4 point cut. Will it be a 1/2 point? I'm gonna lean against it, but I mean, anything can happen. Will they just hold rates? I hope not. I'm looking for a 1/4 point cut, and everything's right. Everything seems to be going okay. We're hitting all-time highs. Like I say, we hit all-time highs a lot more than we hit all-time lows, right? So that's why I love to be a bull in this market, especially the NASDAQ, because these markets they're resilient. We hit all-time highs so frequently. Anyway, let's zoom into an hourly chart. And sure enough, if we were here the other day and I talked about this, beautiful, buying these dip opportunities, beautiful. This market is going up and to the right. We had a bullish day today. We got that major rejection during that inflation. We rejected about down this level again. Like, look at that rejection. It was 940s all the way down to 840s and then right back up. And now we are testing these highs. This is looking like a, textbook, I don't know, textbook bullish flagging pattern. As you can imagine, this is the pull, right? The rally, the momentum, the trend going in, and now we're starting to see kind of this flagging pattern. That's where we get that flag, bullish flag. It's been around for long before I was here. Before I was born, there was a lot regarding this bullish flagging patterns. It's nothing new. And so technically the probability would lead that we continue the way that we got into this flagging pattern. So looking for this market to go up. It doesn't always work out so perfectly and so pretty, but we're consolidating. Maybe we see more consolidating tonight. Tomorrow we might come down, see a pullback. Who knows what this market, but odds are, or I'm leaning towards a break and new all-time highs in the NASDAQ. Will we see it tonight? Will we see it next week? Not sure. Will we even see it? I don't. There's no guarantees in this market. We could be within 20 points of all-time high and maybe not see it till next year. That would be crazy to me. But that's why there's no guarantees in this market. Let's zoom into a 5-minute chart. And it's more of the same. You can see kind of flagging pattern consolidating. During trading with Topstep around lunchtime when I was on with Coach Jay and Mo. I had a beautiful long trade. I got in long actually up here. I took the loss, added to it, got back in, and it worked out really well. I'll review that one, but this is holding as support so far. I'd like to see us continue to hold above 24,000. 24,000. 24,000 is a big round number. It is. It's a magnet. You could see it could be as a nice level of, it was resistance. Now it's starting to become support. Will we chop around there? How long will we chop around here? It's a big magnet, big round number. And as of right now, it's holding a support. I'd like to see that from the bullish perspective. Tonight, we have not really went anywhere, right? We really have not went anywhere tonight. It looks like we gapped up, tried to push higher to these 29s, right back down in about a 30-point range, kind of hanging out in here inside of this power hour move, it looks like. So not expecting too much. Just want to play this as a range with a bias to the long side. The trend is your friend. That's why maybe, as you can imagine, if I was long this market, you can imagine there's a lot of people with stops just below this. Maybe the market comes down, find some liquidity, run some stops, and then we look for a rally. Kind of being patient. Patient is the name of the game, I think, on the NASDAQ. That's what I'm looking for. keep trying to short Bitcoin and getting run over. Be careful. Be careful. 24,003 was the initial balance high. I buy gold, 2 scalps. Okay, talking about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. So let's do that same analysis here on Bitcoin. And then we will do some hashtag slow markets and get to some questions. So here on gold, very similar when it comes to the pattern and the price action, but more of a longer term perspective, right? We've been in a very bullish trending market. I'm going to look at this as an hourly chart for now. We talked about this, very bullish. We now are seeing a longer extended consolidation. So longer extended consolidation than what we've seen for over a month since what? Since basically August 22nd. So a little bit, almost a full month, less than a month, longer than a few weeks, 3 weeks. And now we're starting to see longer consolidation. You can see lower highs. This is now a downtrend on the intermediate, right? Intermediately, it's a downtrend, but longer perspective, bullish trends, intermediate downtrend, and it depends on the time frame you're looking at. You can see we have these 2 areas. This was beautiful. This is support. Well, it used to be resistance becomes support. Simple, straightforward technical analysis. And yeah, I mean, this is a flagging pattern too. And the trend for gold is up, so maybe we see more of a flagging pattern. We consolidate, and maybe we look for this market to break out in the direction that this trend is going. So kind of in a holding pattern too in gold. Here on the hourly, right? But we can zoom in and maybe find opportunities on a more zoomed in time frame. You can see today really didn't do much, to be honest. It looks like it came down to these 51s, right back up during this inflation data, and we've stayed inside that range. And we've been hanging out in this range. I'm not seeing too much. It could be as simple as, waiting for these pullbacks, buy these 54s, sell high, buy low, something simple, straightforward. I don't know. What are you guys looking at? What are you guys seeing? And on that note, when I ask that question, you can let me know through this. Do the hashtag slow markets. If you're new, let me know. Shout out in the chat if you are new. There is my Twitter. Just tag me in it. Hashtag slow markets. Whether you're in a trade, whether you want to, show your trading setup, computer monitors, whatever that is. Seeing gold long here. Yeah, there it is. Hashtag slow markets on the Twitter, and then of course I gotta get this one in. There's the gram. There is the gram, and yeah, if I'm not on Topstep TV, that is where you'll get updates. If I'm not on Topstep TV, that is where I will do updates. So I'm on Topstep TV during slow markets, and then sporadically throughout the day show, fast markets, trading with Topstep, lunchbox trading. And yeah, when I'm not on air, that's where I will be. I try and post updates. I try and keep the community updated, answering questions, and having fun. Why is chat giving out trades? I don't know, Wayne. Like I said, we post a Topstep risk disclosure. No signals class. Chat loves to give opinions. There's nothing wrong with it. I enjoy it. Carmen Velasquez. Hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. Trades. 599 likes needed. Yes. I will review a trade. I had a banger trade today. If we get to 599 likes. 599. Why, you ask? Because we have viewers. Viewer that's been here for a while always watches me on the television, and you can't really like the video when you're on the television. So I give them the like. For me. Give them that discount. 600. There's my discount. There's the discount for likes. Instead of 600, hey, we could do this for 599. There's Doom Lord. Doom, hopefully you are not trading and just tuning in. Hopefully you're only tuning in, Doom Lord, and not trading. Because, trading during this time is not for everyone. It's okay. You can still tune in. We have traders from around the world that tune in and watch slow markets, and you do not have to trade. I answer questions, I'll review stats, I'll review setups, and a lot of what I go over is very relevant to the London sessions and to fast markets, right? I got cooked today, so it hits the bar with the boys. You're hitting the bar with the boys. Hey, that's okay. That is okay. Are you looking for any trades tonight? I am. We're watching for trades. How is Baron? Is he okay? Yeah, Baron's okay. I talk to him every once in a while, doing well. Should be hearing an update on TopstepTV during the day show of the combine counter. There'd be an update through them first. I don't have the details on that. You're great at blowing combines as of yet, and XFA counts. Take it slow, Greg. Take it slow. I'm new here. Loving the platform and very much enjoying all the live stream content. Thanks for all you do and love slow markets and gold info. Well, welcome, Brandon. Love to have you. Yeah, this is a great, easy to use platform. I like it. I do trade my personal accounts. I've used many different other platforms. And so far, this has been my favorite when it comes to ease of use and the risk management. It's kind of straightforward for day trading. You can see, like, this is my favorite settings, is these risk settings. Quick, straightforward if you're new, especially in the prop firm environment, or even, I wish I had this in my personal, to be honest, to be able to come in and adjust these settings very easily, where you can just click one button and boom, you're there. And you can do this. I think this is one of the most undervalued things in the platform that traders really should take advantage of the most, is being able to use these risk settings. And there's a lot of the platform continues to improve. It's almost like weekly something new is coming out. And then performance stats, take a look at these stats. You could share your stats. I do this Wednesday with Coach Jay. Traders who are tuning in that are wanting to review statistics, they can share them, submit their statistics. Coach Jay and I, we will be able to review them, hopefully provide some good constructive feedback, and learn together. These are my stats. I did have just a base hit kind of day in this XFA. It's been so far 6 good days in a row. I qualify for a payout. I'm going to wait to take that payout, looking for that journey back to the live account in this prop firm. In the prop live account would be pretty awesome. Getting back there. Love the platform. Very easy to deal with comparing to Trade-O-Vate. Good. That's good. The platform is absolutely, yeah. Look at all this feedback. All this awesome feedback for the platform. It's nice. It really is. We do see a spike in volatility here at the top of the hour, so in about 12 minutes, and I'm watching gold. I think gold might be the play tonight. We'll watch them both and go over. If you guys see anything in the chat, just shout it out and we'll review it. My first week in a combine, I've been conservative on my trades and having green days. Patience. Great work. That's what you should, right? If you pass a combine or get into your XFA, you should show that patience, right? It's like something new. You don't have to jump into it and immediately start placing trades. I've made that mistakes. Requested 2 XFAs today after 3 months. Finally, great work. What happened to your old live account? So I had a live account here at Topstep for over a year. Before then, I had another live account on an old platform because I was with an older platform, and I switched over to X. Went through that same process, combine, XFAs, got into a live account. Had my live account, took out $250,000 at the beginning of the year. After I took out the money, I had a drawdown, and what was it? Man, time goes by fast. Like 2 months ago, I was struggling. I worked with the risk team. I'm like, hey, I need to go back to a combine, and let's just do it again. So I went back to a combine, and I'm grinding my way back through that same process again. Same process. I enjoy it. I love it. And showing traders, whether you're new or you've been here, showing traders the same thing, like showing everything, just like, yeah, I'm going back through combines. Here's the XFAs. Let's get back to the live account, go through it. I've been trading for about a month. If I get one green day tomorrow, I'll be able to take my first payout. Great. Awesome. Sniped. I love that you're not No, I am not above the rules. I am not. I will always, I follow them. I pay for the combines. I have to follow the rules just like everybody else. That's one thing I enjoy about Topstep is that there's no free lunch here. Nobody's above the rules. Yeah, nope. How can I get my eval reviewed? Ooh, okay. So every Wednesday when I'm on with Coach Jay, we will review trader statistics. Like I said, every Wednesday when I'm on with Coach Jay, we review trader stats. We review trader stats. It's fun. I enjoy it. I love it. You get a lot of hate, but you're a good guy. I mean, that comes with the territory. Key to Vegas. Like, you put yourself out there, you help others, you might break the mold, right? And with that, you get haters. People that spread negativity or show any negative messages. I mean, it's like a confirmation that I'm doing the right thing. It's confirmation I'm doing the right thing all the time. I don't want to say I enjoy it, but whenever I see a negative message, I'm like, you know what? Good. You know, I'm doing the right thing, and for the right reasons. And you know, especially, I don't know. I should probably talk less about this, but especially when it comes to what do they call them? Frurus. I'm here, you know, teaching on this platform, and hopefully everybody knows I created slow markets because I used to work, right? I still do contract work, and you know, I'm like, okay, when I first learned how to trade, I had a part-time job, and this was the only time I was available to trade. And I've seen a lot of others in a similar situation, and I'm like, you know, somebody needs to show traders that you don't have to trade only the New York session. You can trade during this slow market session, this Asian session. You could, you know, hold trades overnight, as in like you place a trade like right now, you let it run throughout the London session, and you know, we have traders from around the world. You might be waking up right now. It might be lunchtime for you right now, or you know, it depends on your schedule. And so there's a lot of traders that I talked to that was like, I want to trade. I love trading. However, I just can't because I can't be available during the New York session when everyone's trading. I'm like, that's not true. You know, you can also trade at this time. It's like, what? I didn't know that, right? And then discovering how to trade this. Now, it might not be for everybody, right? But it's nice to understand that we have that platform. We have this ability in these futures, since it's open 23 hours, Sunday night through Friday afternoon, to be able to find opportunities in this market. You don't have to be available only for a specific time. You can make the market fit your schedule. There might not always be a trade, but you can still make this market fit your schedule. That's why I look at these higher time frames at this time. You know, give examples, trade. If there's a trade setup, I'm going to be doing more and looking at higher time frames, which we could go over tonight. We'll go over that. I want to see the top of the hour here in gold. And after that, we'll take a look at some slow market trades. It's like I said, this is not a signals class. This is like a teacher doing it on a whiteboard. Like, hey, here's an example. We're going to do this on a whiteboard. And that's what, yeah, we'll go over a few examples here. We'll go over a few examples right after the top of the hour, because hashtag slow markets, we'll go through that as well. I did that. Yeah. How old am I, and when did you start trading? Well, I'm going, what do they call it? Guess how old I am, Padel. Guess. Chat knows. If you've been here a while, you know. That's a very common question, asking how old I am. And I enjoy asking it because most people guess younger, and it makes me feel good. Yeah. Genomax. All right. Chat's getting more accurate. Yeah. Okay. I'm 31. Okay. I'm 31. I'm 31, and I've been trading since I was legally able to trade. I signed on to my mom's account because here in the U.S., if you're under the age of 18, you had to be, have a parent or guardian sign you onto their account. But basically, since I was 18, I started learning about these markets much earlier. Wait, weren't you trading with Hoag on the floor in the 80s? I wish. Oh, that would have been fun. That would have been fun being able to trade on the pits. I would end up getting kicked out. I'm gonna be honest. I would be the guy that gets kicked out for fighting. I would. I'd be the one fighting everybody on the floor. Are you basically self-taught then, or did you go to college for it as well? I didn't go to college for trading, but I did get my finance degree. I got my bachelor's in finance. Bachelor's in finance. Yeah, you know who I used to watch? I used to watch Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer, because my mom used to watch Jim Cramer. Hey, then you must know CFA, shape your future. Yes, I've been studying for my CFA, but that's kind of now took that's secondary now. I was studying for the CFA. CFA is one heck of a test. Oof, man. And then, while I was studying for my CFA, last year, I went ahead and I just got this. I showed this before. I got my Series 30. I got my Series 3. Just to prove, hey, not only can I talk the talk, I walk the walk, and I know what I'm talking about. So I got my Series 3, got my Series 30. I did that over a weekend basically, and CFA is quite the task, I guess. Hey, Investopedia, that was a long time ago. Gold's catching a bid here. We are pushing up to these 74s. Let's see what the top of the hour brings, and then we'll take a look for some soul markets. While I do that, let's get some music going. Let me know if it's too loud, and I gotta turn up my speakers. Yeah, we gotta break these 75s. Now remember, like I said, if we get to 599 likes, I'll review my trade that I took, and it was a good one. I ended the day up $35,000. 35 grand. That's kind of an intense one. I got it. Where's my playlist? Where's Slow Markets playlist? There we go. My 2-point scalp on gold worked out. Great. Do you have to be employed to get your Series 30? No. Nope. I am not an employee, and I am not employed anywhere, and I got my Series 3 and Series 30. What do you think about the Packers over the Commanders tonight? Oh yeah, the Green Bay Packers are playing. I'm a Packers fan, and they absolutely spanked the Lions. They're playing tonight. The Green Bay Packers are looking really well. And yeah, we also have Canelo and Crawford. I got Canelo this weekend. I'm going to a big watch party, and I'm going for Canelo. Canelo all the way. Vámonos Canelo. GA was down 2K earlier last night, but made 5.5 today to get moving in the right direction. Great work, GA. If you withdrew 3,000 in XFA, you still have 4,500 drawdown to cover if you go down. Guru, it depends on what your balance is. In the XFAs, you could withdraw 50%, and there is no consistency rule. So for this example, I have 3,000. I could draw 1,500, but the drawdown doesn't change. So that's why I am just continuing to grind this up. Once I get over $4,500, then I'll start to be able to build a bigger buffer. Yeah, a lot are taking Crawford, but no way. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Regardless, it's going to be a good one. Let's see. What would I recommend for options? Oh, it's hard. That's a hard one. I can't really give any good recommendations, to be honest. Could you please explain multiple accounts from Combine to Live and copy trading? How many do you have and how many do you suggest? I just have one right now. I suggest one, and that's the thing. Last year, I did not like copy trading. I did not. When I first heard about it, I'm like, oh, that sounds stupid. Copy trading is so stupid. Why would anybody do that? Because if you can't trade with one account, why are you going to copy trade 5 or 20? But then I started to understand it. I'm like, okay, you know what? It actually is easier for a trader psychologically to look at the P&L of one account, but then in the background, you know, having it a multiple, right? Because at first I was looking at from like the gambling side, where it encourages like gambling. Oh, I made $200. Let's put a multiplier on that. But now it's more of a like, okay, you know, I see it, because if you're better at just making $200 a day, and psychologically it's easier for you to make $200 a day, then if you're doing that on 5 accounts, that's actually $1,000 a day. So psychologically, I get it. It makes sense to me from the psychological standpoint. However, I am still a firm believer that if you cannot do it in one account, then you don't have any business copy trading multiple accounts, right? Because until you find that consistency and success in one account, then there's no sense doing it in multiple. Unless you want to just, you know, take that risk, which I, of course, would not recommend until you can show that consistency in one account. Yeah, and it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because you can make great money, right? Because it's times 5. But then if you lose, it's also times 5, right? You lose $200, you actually lost 1,000. Man, look at gold. It's the top of the hour. We are pushing these 76s here in gold. We're going now. We're seeing that volatility coming in. Wanted to get long, but did not give me an opportunity, unfortunately. I'm going to zoom in. Let's zoom in here. Yeah, we didn't really get that pullback. We came down to these lows of 68, and we're getting a lot of momentum. Hesitated for just a few minutes. That's it. Just a little bit of hesitation, and we popped. No pullback yet. Still have a runner. Anybody in gold? Shout out. Shout out if you're in gold long, if you're trading. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see some hashtag slow markets. We're still watching this gold. Still watching this gold. Have a few hashtag slow markets. Tag me in here. Man, look at you traders. Traders are already in it. Look, gold. Four bands captured. 2K running. Love watching you. Thank you, Joseph. 2 for 2 points. Runner. Hit your take profit. Got out early. Beautiful scalp. I'm long. Okay, let's do this hashtag slow markets. Remember, there's the Twitter. Just tag me in it. Okay, now we're getting a pullback. Now we're getting a pullback here. That's kind of what I'm wanting to see. Chris says, got in too late. Let's see if there's going to be an opportunity. I don't want to be in the minis. I don't want to just jump in on the minis. Let's zoom into these micros first. Let's see if we can get that pullback. Someone says, Ken says, short gold whiskey. Short gold now. Ken whiskey. Short gold now. Yeah. It's range bound. Let's see. I like this pullback. This is the pullback I'm wanting to see. I don't want to jump in yet. I want to see a pullback and then some support. If we get maybe 75s, I'll scale in. This is micros. Small size, wide stop. Slow boy. Dakota, is 10 micros better than 1 mini? It depends. There's an advantage of both. Right? If you have 10 micros, you could scale in and scale out. If you have 1 mini, you have to get all the way in or all the way out. So I would lean with 10 micros, but then to an extent, you got to understand commissions and all that. 305 likes at the moment, Bruno. We need 599. So we need more likes. More likes. As soon as we get to 599, I'll review that trade. We'll review that trade. You have a proven back test 50% win rate. One says, okay, nice. How can you stay patient? Find something to do while you wait for trades to set up. Dakota, how was your trade last night? Well, for me to answer that question, like I said, I don't peddle affiliate codes. I will not sit here and be a marketing guy when it comes to it. However, I will peddle for likes. I'm not above asking for likes. So I will do that. I will do that. Yeah. I may have missed this, but where has Baron been? He has been taking a break. Like I said, tune in Topstep TV during the daytime. They will give you an update. Or just tune into his social media. I think he's been active on the gram. Packers, oh, don't tell me this, Gabe. Gabe, you're going to ruin this for me? What is up with the spoilers? I can't even mute you. I can't even delete that, Gabe. Why Gabe out here with the spoilers? How dare you? How dare you? I don't. Just because I don't get to watch it live doesn't mean you gotta spoil it for me. But to be expected. You know what? It's too late now. It's too late. Oh yeah, yep. Second quarter, Green Bay's up. Green Bay's just, yeah, they got Micah Parsons. Sometimes we need a break and get grounded. Oh yeah, we all need to take a break. Split screen with a game and this gold long. Yeah, I mean, there's a good example, right, Gabe? Where you say, how can I practice patience? Well, you know, do something on the site. You could watch a football game, watch Netflix, do something while you wait for trade setups. You don't have to be sitting here staring in front of your screen. The more you watch the charts, the more you're going to be looking for a trade. And if you look, you're definitely going to find one. All right, we got a first good submission. So this is the first good submission by Grip South Florida. The man cave trades. Oh, I know this. We've seen this setup before. Beautiful. Man, the white background and all the white would be too bright for my eyes. It would be way too bright. Like that setup. Beautiful. Beautiful. Same split screen to feed your ADHD. We're looking for longs. I am looking for longs on gold. I'm want to scale in with some micros. Can't wait till Topstep X makes alerts available. I know, Mark. I know, Mark. Hey, team's been giving great updates every week. I mean, honestly, this is still a young platform that continues to get better week after week. Gabe X Slow Markets cameo again? Maybe, Jay. Maybe. But we need Coach Jay on more. I think that's what we need. There's not a better duo in this industry than me and Jay. I enjoy every single time I'm on with Jay. And teaser is I might be flying out there to New York. And he's going to whoop me at some basketball. Do I trade with any indicators at all? You see exactly how I trade right now. I'm not against indicators, but I trade naked. True. Yeah, a lot of what you see online and on social media, it's just BS. To put politely, it's fake. There's a lot of fake relationships out there. It's like, oh yeah, nice. I'm gonna come on over there on this stream, and we're gonna do this. And you know what? You guys, not even true. All right, that was the pullback. That was the pullback to buy. I was looking for these 74s. We did not get it, and gold is off to the races again. Thank you, Coach Jay. Yeah, we got to get to those 599 likes. Got stopped. I play ball with you guys. You'll play ball? All right. We have a Topstep pickup game. Topstep basketball pickup game. Must be $150 at least for 5 days. Yeah, it used to be $200. Now it's only $150. And not even there's no consistency rules here, which is nice. I spend more time on charts than I would a 9 to 5. Well, that's not good. That's not good. We're way we're still watching this gold rally. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ not doing anything, so I think we are watching the right market, watching gold. Missed an opportunity to buy this pullback. Dante, what are those time frames you're showing? Over here on the left is the 5 minute. Over here on the right is a 100 tick. Do you get to test the new Topstep X features? No, I'm just like everybody else. I get to watch these features come out when you guys do. I get updated when you guys do. Gold continue to push session highs. That was the pullback. I talked about it and I did not execute. A failed execution on my end. Hey, Dakota, what happened to my buddy Rips? He's running his own stream. He's doing really well over there. Whoever loses that basketball game should do 50 burpees straight. Yeah, that's not bad. 50 burpees is not bad. I'd get behind that one. Gold is gaining that momentum to the long side. See, that's why I like to do those top-down analysis, right? We looked at the higher time frame. We got a biased. And, yeah, we let this price show us what we want to do. You're in. You're in. Topstep pickup league. Topstep pickup game. At next meetup, next time Topstep does a meetup, a trader meetup, we gotta do a basketball pickup game. That'd be awesome. Just got my gold scalp up $500. Great work. Watching this, we're almost to 500 likes, and I'll review my trade. Ooh, and you know what I'm doing a lot more of? Not only am I talking through these setups, which you guys see when I'm on slow markets or on TopstepTV. I review these setups a lot, right? I talk through my analysis. I just sometimes if I'm fast enough, I execute, right? And yeah, when I'm not on stream, I'm trying to get better on like, okay, I should probably record this. So my last trade I did when I was not on stream, I actually recorded it. So I'm trying to get better at getting this information out there to you guys. And once again, I don't charge for it. I just enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing it. Hope Eddie's doing well. Me too. Me too. Hope Eddie's doing well. Touchdown. Oh, don't be doing that. All right, I got to get this on. Green Bay is just crushing it. Green Bay is crushing it. Up 14-0. Man, now it's not going to be worth the watch now that I know the score. I'm not going to enjoy rewatching it. I'll have to look at the highlights. Tucker Craft is goated. Does anybody trade the YM? Not tonight. Yeah, Gabe, you started it. You started it. It's like, ah, man. When a good movie comes out and someone tells you the ending and like, oh, don't wait. I haven't watched it yet. What was your most profitable day this year? My most profitable day this year was the beginning of this month. Beginning of this month, my most profitable day this year was in a day trading aspect. I'm not talking about unrealized P&L because I've had like bigger days unrealized P&L back in April when we had like these huge swings in the market with tariffs and tweets and hey, tariffs are going to be on hold for 30 days, and then the market just shot up 10% from the lows. I've had some huge unrealized P&Ls, but my biggest day trading, where seeing like I was just trading, I was up 94,000. Today, I finished up 30-something thousand. This year, and it's not like most of what you're seeing on socials. It's actually. I post statements. It's not this screenshot and you don't know whether it's a sim account or demo account. It's an actual real money live account. Ashish. Hey, I tell you what, if I had $1 billion, if I won the lottery, if I won like that $1 billion lottery, I would still do this because I love it. Do I trade full time? Yeah, this is what I do. This is what I do. I did do this post. Look, I had this post here. I have a few posts, right? This is the advantage of following this on social media. It's true. I'm happy with what I do. The profits I make from trading is my primary income. It's what I use to pay my bills and live off of. No need for any of this other stuff. Just trade, help others, and I enjoy what I do. If I had, $10 billion right now, I would be doing the exact same thing. Because the one thing I learned very fast about trading is you don't need to sit here in front of your charts 8 hours a day. That's actually, in my opinion, it's counterproductive, right? You're exhausting yourself. You don't see an NBA player just playing a full game for 8 hours, right? They practice, they prepare, and then they play an NBA game for a very short period of time. And then the rest of the time is just, recovery, practice, review, get better, find where they did wrong, find what they did good. And then they do it again, right? And so we're athletes. We're athletes in trading. I said that. And it's the same thing. It's, hey, we need to practice and prepare for maybe like a 2-hour window. And then we need to perform as good as we can for those 2 hours. And the rest of the time, you shouldn't be sitting here just grinding out trades, because then there's a level of, unproductive or I can't think of the words right now, but not as productive, right? The more you sit here and stare at screens. And so I learned very fast how boring a day could be if I trade for a couple hours and then I have nothing else to do. And so what I ended up doing, counterproductive, VTG, thanks. Diminishing returns, counterproductive, both of those, right? It's counterproductive, diminishing returns, the longer you stare at the screen. But I learned very fast that focusing on just a couple hours and trading and then finding something else to do with my time has been more beneficial and better for my mentality, my mental state, my psychological side, and then also finding something productive. Finding something productive to do. It's like, okay, you know what? Trading is my primary source of income, but I only do that 2 to 4 hours a day. What am I doing with the rest of my time? And so I'll just find something I enjoy doing that I could also have a source of income. It might not be, a primary source of income. It might be like a supplement income that I enjoy and I feel productive, and, I could work with people and friends, and I get that relationships, right? That, friendship that work comes with coworkers, and and making sure it's productive, and I get paid for my time. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And so what I did was I helped some friends start a supply chain company. And so I was trading 2 to 4 hours a day, and then I was working in supply chain. I was a director of a supply chain, and we started from scratch. It was just a few guys in a very small basement type thing, and I ended up having a big team in China and Vietnam, another team out of Mexico, well over 100 employees, and managing international supply chain. I was moving freight from China, Vietnam, a few other different countries, some countries out of Germany, Mexico, understanding tariffs in depth. And I'd done that for 10 years on the side of my trading. So all right, trade for 2 to 4 hours, and then the rest of the time I was focused on supply chain, and I absolutely loved it. The company, when I left, not 100% left, but I ended up hiring and delegating a lot of my responsibilities to others. We were doing well over $100 million worth of revenue, and it I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Yeah, and so that's why you see on Topstep TV when Andrew and when someone asks me, and it's funny because this year tariffs have been the headline, right? Tariffs have been a big headline in these markets. And so whenever I'm on Topstep TV during the day show and the team's always asking me like, hey, Dakota, what does this mean? Well, that's why, right? That's why, because I've been in supply chain for over 10 years. And I have some very in-depth understanding of tariffs, right? The harmonized tariff codes, understanding import-export from these different countries. I've been in meetings with the CBP and Customs Border Patrol and dealing with freights and the ins and outs of it. And it's not just little. These are like, multiple semi-truckloads a week. Crossing these borders, understanding those in-depths, and I just really fell in love with it. And this is outside of me trading for 2 to 4 hours a day. So I was still able to trade 2 to 4 hours a day, and then do something like that. And then 2 years ago, I found Topstep, and I'm like, you know what? I'm enjoying this a lot more. This is something that I can do something similar, right? Where I can dedicate my time to do what I love, to have some, be productive. And it also helps with my day trading. It helps with what I actually do anyway, because I'm a day trader. I'm a trader, and me helping others learn how to trade and watch these markets has helped actually improved my own trading, because I've been able to keep an eye on the markets. I've been able to find areas that I struggle with, and there's nothing better than teaching someone, because I learn so much from helping others. So now I'm doing this more, and I absolutely love it. Sounds like you have a lot of stories. Oh yeah, lots of stories, lots of fun, and I'm sharing it here. Moving to another country is insane. All the fees never end. Long setup on gold right now. I'm less inclined to get long gold now. This was the main pullback. This was the main pullback, and that was the trade right there. That was the trade. We're getting another pullback, but I'll wait. I'll be patient. I don't mind if I miss out on another move higher. I'm going to wait for more of a consolidation to pull back. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. We'll take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ just flatlining tonight. Still inside this small range. Take a look at crude oil for a minute. Don't trade it, but crude has been selling off down to the $62 a barrel. Up, wow, much lower from its highs. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, shall we? Bitcoin is bouncing. Man, what a rally on the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is running. Bitcoin's up 1 1/3%. Okay, that's interesting. Go back to some gold. Back to this gold. We'll continue to watch this gold market. Answer questions. Let's review some more hashtag slow markets. And we need to get to, we still have not got to the 599 likes so that I could review the trade. We have about 30 more minutes left of class. T. Nunez got $1,200 payout thanks to you, Dakota. Appreciate you, my guy. Much love. Ooh, love it. I love that. Whenever I see stuff like that, I always need, I've got to capture it. That's what makes me, tell you what, brings me joy. This stuff brings me joy. There we go. There we go. Got it. Would you short crude right here? I have not been watching crude enough, Donald F., to give a very valid opinion or analysis. And plus, I wouldn't say short or long, right? Because this is not a signals class. But let's take a look. I don't mind doing a quick analysis on crude. Man, it's been a while since I watched crude. It's hard to say short or long. I have not watched it long enough, but we are testing these lows, and it is looking heavy, making these higher lows or lower highs. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some breakdown, but it's hard for me to say anything on crude oil. But this gold, though, this gold's a different story. This gold is a different story for sure. Are we breaking out? Is this a breakout? Are we witnessing a breakout here in gold in front of us? There's a breakout to the downside on the ES. NQ trying to push lower. Gold's getting ready to make a run. I like 700s on gold if you could hold this breakout. I really do. Nice breakout here on gold. And let's see if we could get that pullback. We got a couple of them, and I failed to execute. And chat, I'm sure you're doing a lot better than I am tonight on buying these pullbacks on gold. Shout out if you are. Let me know, because it's looking good. Yeah. You locked yourself out. Gold looking tempting. I tell you what, it is tempting. When you watch these markets, it's very tempting finding these trades. As soon as we get to those 599 likes, I'll start to review this trade. Well, I lost both my legs in a train accident. Oh, wow. Okay. When I was 15, now I'm 23, making well over 8 to 9K a month. And yeah, I was in ICU for 23 days. If someone unmotivated is reading this, you got it, brother. Hey, appreciate you sharing your story. But yeah, I've seen lots of traders that have, and lots of people that go through some crazy stuff, and there's no excuse. There's no excuse to not get what you want, or at least achieve your goals, right? A lot of people use so many different excuses. There's no excuse. Love to have you here. No excuse for laziness. You only fail when you give up. Trade the Nikkei. Trade the Nikkei. I did a throwback. Throwback Thursday. That's what today is. Throwback Thursday. If you didn't see it, this brought back memories for me. This brought back some memories. If you didn't see it, go to it, watch it. I made $11,000 live in the middle of slow markets. Yeah, it was during my slow markets class, and it was a big position size. I'm gonna keep doing these throwbacks Thursdays. I like it. Throwback Thursdays. I need to find the video of me when Coach Jay and I was long 30 minis in the NASDAQ. I'll find it. Why don't you trade the Nikkei anymore? Well, because I had to take a step back, and I narrowed my focus down to the NASDAQ and gold. I realized that my attention was, spread out amongst too many markets. So I stepped back, I narrowed my view, NASDAQ, gold. But, maybe eventually I'll get back to the Nikkei one of these days. Right now, NASDAQ and gold have been my primary focus, narrow and deep. I almost gave up beginning of August when I blew 5 XFAs after running them up. Just slow grinding combines now. Okay, some Asian guy. You might, and here's the thing, is when you go through something like that, you come out on the end a better trader. You come out on the end a better trader. You're able to grind those back, been through those emotions, you've been there, you got that experience, and I'm sure you're going to have a lot more confidence once you get back to those XFAs. Does the 100-tick chart helps? If so, yes. If yes, how? Yes. Yeah, it helps me. I like to zoom in on this 100-tick chart and look at these pivots. And if I was in a long, I look for reversals, and this is where I would trail my stop loss. I've done it before. I've showed it a few times. And it's kind of more of a zoomed in view, right? Zoomed in view. It's personal preference for me. NQ. Yeah, we take a look at NQ again. NQ's going nowhere right now. As of this moment, we are just sideways. Rollovers next week, interest rates, right? FOMC next week. It's Thursday night, Friday's price action, and we are seeing a whole lot of nothing when it comes to this price here in the NASDAQ. I mean, here's all-time highs. Look, right there. 68. Somewhere right there. 68s. Was it 68 even? 68 still? I don't know. It's right there. We are so close to all-time highs. So close. We wake up tomorrow morning, we might be there. So we're just kind of slow, hanging out here. Yeah, looking pretty bullish. Missed a couple opportunity trades here in gold. NQ is a love and hate for sure. Today it was a lot of hate. Hey, today it was love for me. All love for me in the NASDAQ. Bruno says 484 likes out of 599 to go. We have over 1,200 watching. Shouldn't be too hard to get another 100 likes, right? 100 so likes. You just gotta click that button. It's not an infomercial, but you know what? This is an infomercial for likes. Infomercial for likes. Matt, if you're watching, yes, this is an infomercial for likes. Pure likes. We got to get these likes up. All right, let's see if we can break through these session highs again here in gold. There's been 2 pullback opportunities. Just turn off their comment section. Are you saying these are rookie? Yeah, I'm saying these are rookie numbers. Okay, 600 likes should be cakewalk. Oh, here's session highs. Here we are. We're breaking out in gold. All right, gold's reacting to that like button. We're gonna pump this slow. Yeah. Like button, hashtag slow markets. Like button and hashtag slow markets. Submit it. Let's see it. Let's see some of those gold trades. Show me some of those gold trades here. While we sit here and break the session highs here. Bilbo, you know what? It's you don't even know what those likes are for, but I'm all in. You know, honestly, I don't know really what they're for either. My understanding is they just help support the slow markets, the algorithm. Whatever the algorithm, the AI in the background. Metal mines, hey. Sometimes that's how it is. That's why I decided to do slow markets. Do you know how slow markets was created? Do you want to know how slow markets were created? I met up with MP at a bar in Moab, Utah. I just randomly, I can't remember when or where, but I met up with MP at a bar in Moab, Utah, and told him of this idea of how it could help traders. And I created slow markets purely to help traders understand that there's opportunity here, and just for education, and something I wanted to do and absolutely had the passion for. And he's like, let's see what it looks like. And heck yeah. And the rest is history. And shout out to the team that's helped make it happen. You guys may or may not know, Danielle has been a huge part of that. Danielle and the team behind the scenes have been a huge help of getting slow markets to where it's been. We have our ups and downs. Jonathan says, I watched it first on Discord. Yeah, it used to be on Discord. Yep. And it's not even hidden behind a paywall. No paywall needed. Well, gold anyway. Yeah, we're just barely hitting these session highs. It's not huge breakouts. We're just barely ticking it. Do you ever copy trade your account? Yeah, I do. Right now I'm just in one, and I'll be working on a combine here in the background. Like I said, I'm looking to get back to the live accounts. Trade this XFA, trade this combine, and since I am a trader anyway, I have also been sharing stories of all of my trading, right? Not just this, just sharing it all. I was a little hesitant, to be honest. I was a little hesitant of sharing everything when it comes to Like, okay, what should I share? What don't I share? I was only doing the Topstep accounts. I'm like, okay, you know, traders been asking me a lot about my options and my personal trading, and more often lately, I've been sharing more of that. And I've gotten positive feedback. So the more it helps traders, the more positive feedback I've been getting, then the more inclined I'll be to do so. It moves like every 30 minutes. Why? I'm not sure. Hey, what happened with VIP? What do you mean? What happened with VIP? I have my VIP team. I do chill sessions with them. I do classes with them behind the scenes. It's a class of 50. It's very VIP. That's completely different from this. All right, let's get this pullback in. Let's get this pullback. See this trade get going. How am I feeling? Look kind of red. It's this video. It's this color correction. Yeah, I don't get this color correction. Let's see. Should we test it? I don't know. What do you mean live account? Is that personal account? I thought Topstep only offers funded, isn't it? No, Topstep has live accounts. Topstep has live accounts. You go from Combine to an XFA, and then you pass on to a live account. Topstep Prop live account. I like better now. Yeah. I mean, it's the camera. It's this. If I type numbers in here, I feel like I get front run on GC. No. Do one session, Coach Hoag Squad with Coach Hoag Squad. We need to get Hoag and Andre on for slow markets. I keep saying it. We need to get this person on. I need to just get off my butt and make it happen. Coach Hoop. Sad to say the Packers look good. Come on, you guys have been giving me these teasers on this Packers game throughout slow markets. Yeah, they look good too. That was never a question, right? What's the difference between an XFA and a live account? Scotty says. Well, Combine is a sim account, simulated environment, where you go through and you pass to make it into a XFA. Now, an XFA is a funded account. However, it's still a simulated environment. You can be eligible for a payout. For example, this is an XFA. I am eligible for a payout. I have 6 winning days in a row, and I could withdraw, $1,500, half of this right now. And once I've shown a good enough track record, the risk team would be like, okay, we need to call you up to a live account. And a live account it's exactly what it is. It's a live account, a real account where your orders hit the books. It's no longer a simulated environment. It is a live account. And that is the major difference. And that should be what our goal is for traders. And that's what should all of our goals be, is to be able to work our way to a live account in a safer simulated environment, and then be able to be in a live account. Like, that's it, right? And why get into this debate every once in a while about live account, sim account? Oh, why would I want to be in a live account when I could just trade a multiple of sim accounts and get all these payouts? I'm like, well, it's unrealistic. It is. The ultimate goal for us as traders, as we're watching gold continue to push higher, buy these pullbacks. Buy these pullbacks are the thing. But that's our goal for traders, right? Our goal is to be a better trader, be able to take money out of these markets, find consistency, and then eventually use that money and put money into our own personal account and trade it, right? We don't want to depend on any individual company. Like, the last thing I would want would be like, oh man, my trading depends on whether this company changes their rules. Like, what if this company just goes under tomorrow? What if that company or this company or this company? You don't want to depend on that. As a trader, you want to be independent. You want to be able to trade independently, remotely, and that's where the true freedom comes. You want to learn in a safe environment, practice, utilize it as a very great stepping stone, and then be able to duplicate that in your own accounts, right? Hey, have you made your first 10K on Topstep, Tier Storm? Yes. Yep, I have. Yeah. And this is what I love. This is what I love about it. We have new traders. Shout out if you're new. I've been at Topstep for 2 years, and I took out $250,000 this year. I took out well over that last year. I should know these numbers by now. I should know them. I just know the $250,000. Okay, I don't know. I can't even remember the exact number. I've took out plenty out of the Topstep, and I continue to do so, demonstrating it. Hey. Pero hasta abajo. Dakota, does it? What color is your? I don't have a Lambo MP. I don't have a Lambo. I actually did just get a new car though. I did get a new car, and guess what? I paid for that car from trading. Pure trading. The money that I made from trading paid for the car. Nothing else. Nothing else. Wow, I've been learning the skill for 2 months now. Crazy numbers. Yeah, well, it's going to take time. I know there's some crazy numbers. You probably see some even crazier numbers. But just understand that it's a marathon and not a sprint. You need to be happy with, first you got to be happy with like $150 a day or $100 a day or $50 a day. And then you learn to grow that, right? It's taken me 14 years to get where I am. And in no way should somebody expect those kind of numbers until after they find consistency. And so there needs to be an understanding of realistic expectations. That's where a lot of traders trip and fall, is they have these unrealistic expectations from social media, and they try too hard. They try and scale too big, too fast, right? And then they end up giving up. So understand and realize that it's more about the process. If somebody's able to make $50 a day consistently for a year, then it's just a matter of increasing the size. And if you increase, then you make $500 a day on average, right? Because it's not all green. You're going to have winning days and losing days. That's why I say on average for a year. And it's a long marathon. Think of it as college, right? People don't mind going to college for 2-4 years, knowing that they're not going to be able to make money in that career until after they get their degree. And trading should be something similar, right? Understand that you're going into this, and similar to college, it's going to take some time. You're gonna go through the ups and downs. You might fail a class. I don't know. But it's going to take some time to really develop and learn this skill to be able to do that consistently. So I'm going to end it there. We are coming up to the end of time. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have been ending a few minutes early. Man, what a crazy week. Tomorrow is Friday. This is Friday's price action. We have a nice weekend coming. Like I said, I'm live if you're new, Sunday nights through Thursday nights. Coach Jay, he joins me for Mondays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, you see me. Tuesday's Technical Tuesday. It's fun. Tomorrow, I will be on for, of course, Trading with Topstep at 11:15. I've been enjoying that. I've been on with Coach Jay, Mo, Mohammed, me and Jay. Like I said, I really enjoy Coach Jay and I. Hopefully, I will be seeing Jay in New York here pretty soon. And then I will be on again for the reversal challenge. I've been struggling. That reversal challenge, I tell you what, I am a competitive person. And that reversal challenge, I need to get at it. I was on last week, and I took the L. Jay, he won the reversal challenge last Friday. I'm on again. I'm on the reversal challenge again tomorrow for Power Hour. And, man, I got to get at it. I got to get a win. I got to get a W. Of course, it's just for fun in the practice, but I still am competitive. So, once again, I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, between now and then, if you want any updates, just like I said, social media, the gram, Twitter, we almost got to that like goal, so I guess you're just going to have to tune into social media if you want to know more about those trades that I have been talking about over the week and for today that got me to that $34,000 day today. So take care, everybody, and see you tomorrow.